Good morning. It's Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. And yeah, hope all is going swimmingly well with you. A little bit wet here up in northern Israel. So, got the brawly here in the background. That's right, I said brawly. What kind of American says brawly? Well, one who spent many formative years in England, or enough of them. Hey, buddy, how you doing? Yeah, good cat. Good cat. See, you're a mixed person. All kinds of. Anyway, so what is Bitcoin doing today? Well, first of all, it is where it is because it did exactly what the rep said it would do on Monday. Right? As I literally read out to you, told you from memory, in fact. And I don't know if that live stream ever went uploaded, but hope you got all the information from it if you were tuned in. If not, well, subscribe and hit the notifications so that you get the videos when I do them. They're kind of like geometric Brownian motion. They happen when they happen. No, I don't schedule an exact time. There tend to be sometimes I do them more than others, but it's not always exact because I'm busy doing other things. But if you guys want to help me get to a certain number of subs, that might change a little bit. Right? If you tell your friends to subscribe or whatever, tell the YouTube algorithms to push me to more people by liking, commenting, and sharing, and subscribing, of course. Then who knows? Maybe this time next month or next year, I will start to have more permanent, exact upload times that I do them on, or live stream times that I do them on. And hey, maybe I'll even get a fancier umbrella with crazier background patterns than these lovely floral patterns that I like so much. Now, let's get back to the main topic at hand here, which is what in the Bitcoin is crypto doing? Well, if you look at the charts, if you look at the VRE, what did it do on Monday? It went exactly down to that daily distribution buy level on the VRE, right? What you call support. I mean, it went there perfectly, right? My first daily buy level on the VRE. It was like to the penny, practically. And guess what? Guess what it found there at the buy level? It found buy pressure. And then what happened? Right? Shortly after our live stream ended in Alpha Trading, the one that we do in our Discord and that we stream out in that site where people rumble and tumble. Well, it found buy pressure, so it went up because that's what happens when assets find buy pressure, right? They go up. Buy pressure drives the price up. Sell pressure drives the price down. That's how it happens. It's really not that complicated. Hello, hi. How are you? I'm okay. How are you? Wow, do we have people from like Holland and Japan? Is just my guess. If so, that is extremely cool. Hello. So yeah, so Bitcoin literally went to the first daily buy level on the VRE. If you look at my charts, you'll see it's that little green line below the central daily range of the VRE. Found by pressure exactly there. No surprise. Does it all the time, wherever that line will be. Right? It'll find by pressure on places like that. It'll find sell pressure sometimes on places like that when it's rising up to it from below, for example. Right? Because if the asset's coming up to that line, then that line is still a price magnet. But if it's forming, if there's a lot of downward pressure on it from, a lot of bears sitting there, then it would be downward pressure. But in this case, there was a lot of buy pressure because the asset was coming down to it, forming a nice little bull div on lower time frames. And sure enough, on the buy pressure, right, the asset rose up. Look at that incredibly cute little dog. Hey, buddy. Oh, amazing. Jack Russell Terriers are incredibly smart and also cute. And it's funny to see them wearing their little Christmas sweaters or Hanukkah sweaters or winter sweaters in general. When you have a giant dog like a St. Bernard, yeah, you don't need to put a sweater on him. He is the sweater. He is the winter sweater. He loves this weather. Very different. Why didn't I show him on screen? I don't show him on screen because he's usually sleeping because he has unfortunate medical conditions that don't let him go with me for long walks very much in the normal hours these days. So he's usually sleeping, and then I take him for walks, and he kind of has to be I have to give him my full attention to make sure he's all right, because he has a very difficult medical condition. And it's chronic, so unfortunately, not much I can do about that, except continue to manage it as best as we can. Thank you. I like my flower umbrella too. It's actually not mine. It belongs to one of my family. And she said to me, "Here, you take it. You need it." And I insisted on taking the smaller one with the cartoon characters on it and stuff. But no, she wanted me to take this one. And there you go. Anyway, she doesn't need it now because she's in a dry place and will be until well after the rains end. Yeah, anyway. So if you look at what happened with the coin yesterday and where it went up to, right, it went right back through the central daily range of the VRE. Well, what is it likely going to do today? Take a look at the VRE ranges again, right? Does the asset tend to test the central daily range of the VRE? Yes. Do you know why it does that? Yes, it's because the VRE levels are price magnets, okay? They're effectively price magnets. Now, well, how can they be price magnets? I thought you said everything works on the VEPs. Yes, things do work on the VEPs, and price does follow the returns. To where is the price following the returns? To the volatility levels, to the Laplace distribution levels, to the normal distribution levels, to the VRE levels. Those are all volatility levels. Why does it follow them to those volatility levels? Because where do you think the returns are going? Returns are the returns on investment. Volatility is the standard deviation of returns, right? Or the Laplace deviation of returns. Either one of them, right? That's why those targets work so well. And that's the other thing. Standard volatility is the normal distribution, right, of returns, the standard deviation of returns. But Laplace volatility, based on the Laplace distribution model. And that is why our Laplace volatility indicator is incredibly useful. Because if you use our other Laplace tools, for example, if you use our Laplace distribution bands, and the Laplace projection boss, right? And other tools that we have. For example, the pseudo Laplace z-score. Well, then it just makes sense to have a Laplace volatility radar. So we do. Laplace volatility radar, what's that? Well, it's just like the alpha volatility radar. In fact, it is built into the alpha volatility radar. We didn't create a whole new indicator for it. Well, we did, but we built the indicator into an existing indicator. Right? So we took our alpha volatility radar, which includes the normal distribution, historical volatility percentile. It includes implied volatility. It combines them as well to make alpha volatility grade. That's where you see the implied volatility is combined with the HVP. Way more powerful that way. And you see the HVP separately. And you see the correlation. And you see multiple correlations. Right? So you know if the price is correlated, you know if it's significant or not significant. You know if the alpha volatility grade is rising or falling, or expanding or contracted. You know if the volatility is expanding or contracting. And you know if the correlation is positive or negative. It tells you a lot. Now, well, what if you could switch out that standard deviation normal distribution volatility with Laplace volatility? Well, you can. Our indicator guys, the guys who make our indicators, you know, we had like an epiphany. I was like, hey, you know, I don't think we have, there's no other tool that gives you Laplace distribution model as the basis for your historical volatility percentile. Why not? And our indicator guys were like, yeah, why not? So they built it. We tested it. It works fantastically well, just like the normal distribution volatility percentile. So now you have like a full suite, if you will, of normal distribution volatility tools and Laplace distribution volatility tools, which I can tell you is incredibly powerful. Okay. Now, are there other tools that we might add Laplace distribution models to, in addition to normal distribution? Yeah, maybe over time we will. Why not? You know, for example, we could switch the standard deviation bands that we use on various tools. We could switch them to Laplace distribution bands. That's possible. It would be interesting to see the difference, probably. But there's so many other. A tool that one of our indicator makers just made, our math guy, really, our math guru dude, freaking math genius, figured out a way to make an indicator that shows you very clearly a confirmation of the trending move or random walk that we already have in the entropy, but in a completely different way. And that lets you play with the lengths differently and everything else, so you can see different information about the trending moves and random walks, whether or not they are synchronized, whether or not they are, you know, increasing or decreasing in their trendingness or random walkingness. It's a little bit similar. An amazing tool for confirming, in my opinion, whether or not the asset is in fact in a random walk or a trending move. So I'm excited about using it. I've been using it now for some days since it came out in our little group of founders, and we've been testing it since last week. It'll pass all of our tests for quality assurance, as always, and then we can get that sucker out there. And to the subscribers of the Alpha Trading Indicators, we'll see. Time will tell. These are not things that, they don't all make the cut, because Sometimes it takes. Opa. Oh well. That one is doing stuff. Now this one is busted too. Anyway, guys, that's gonna do it for now. I'll talk to you guys later. With a slightly more coherent, but hopefully equally useful or informative live stream. All right. See you guys. And if you want to join the live stream in Alpha Trading, just go to alphatradinghq.com/discord. And the live stream started at 11 a.m. U.S. Eastern Time. Okay, then Monday through Friday usually. I think we're going to start doing more and more weekends now. So pretty much every day they start at 11 a.m. U.S. Eastern Time. And but for now, officially Monday through Friday. If we add more for the holidays, or if that becomes permanent, then yeah, we'll change the schedule. Anyway, catch you guys later. Happy trading. Oh, I forgot to mention. Yeah, there's likely to be a nice Christmas surprise or Hanukkah surprise today and tomorrow as the holidays hit. So happy Christmas Eve, happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, happy Hanukkah, happy holidays. I'll catch you guys. By the way, these things on my nose, other than mud, that right there is not mud. One of the remnants of a cat scratch, as was the one right there in the center of my nose. Yes, I have cats who like to play, and sometimes they scratch. Anyway, catch you guys later. See ya. Happy days.